Hello, my name is Karimot Odebode, and I'm from Ibadan, Nigeria. I'm a writer, a poet, and also the founder and the project lead at the Black Girls Dream Initiative, which is a non-governmental organization here in Nigeria. What we do basically is that we work to transform education and also provide a platform for girls and women to believe in themselves. And also, I'm currently one of the 17 SDGs young leaders recognized by the United Nations. I'm quite passionate about education and gender equality. And I can remember that my journey into advocacy, into the development work, started from my home. My father and my mother happens to be people who do things in the society. And I was able to learn quite from their journey. My earliest memory of my father and my mother giving back to the society was probably when I was 13 years old. And then my father had decided to build a well in the community. That well was right in my house. He made a clear rule that it was for everyone. This well was accessible for everyone in the community, irrespective of who you are. And I could also remember that my mother would always say that if you have the opportunity to give somebody food or water, do not ever deny them. And I see that over the years, this is something that they've been able to do for families and for communities. Yes, I would say that my journey into development, into fighting for what I believe in, started from this two people who trained me and who gave birth to me. And yes, while in the university, I wanted more. I was not just contented with going to the classroom and then taking lectures and going back to my hostel. I wanted more. And then I decided that I wanted to speak up. I was quite shocked at how women and girls were being treated. And you see that in the society that I come from, it's a patriarchal society. They tell you that girls and women are not supposed to be this kind of way. They tell you women and girls are not supposed to be to go into school. And then I started questioning the society, like this doesn't make sense. And we need to start speaking about it. And then I started speaking about it through my poetry. I started writing poetry, performing poetry. My poetry was talking about the ills in the society, what I needed, what I wanted to get better. And then I realized that that was a form of advocacy. I was saying things that matter in the society in an art form. That was one part of my journey. And then another part of my journey was that I wanted to volunteer. I would say that my journey into advocacy started properly by volunteering. I mean, it was quite amazing to me that I could give my time, I could give my resources how to a particular cause. I would go join an organization that was working on the sustainable development goals. I was much more passionate about the SDG 4 and the SDG 5, which is quality education and gender equality. And so from there, I started to talk about these things, also working on projects that are going to reduce the inequality in the society.
This is a call to action for us to dare to dream, for us to believe in our ability to create light out of the night.
I would say that I'm passionate about quality education, gender equality. I want to see more women and girls in places of leadership. And I could remember that that was one of the major reasons why I decided to run for a leadership position in my university. So yes, I attended the prestigious university here in Nigeria. And then for the past 50 years of this faculty, which is the Faculty of Law, there was just one female president. And nobody's asking questions, nobody's talking. And then one day I decided that I was going to run for this position. And then I spoke to my classmates, I spoke to people in other classes that I was going to run for the position of the presidency. And I would want for them to listen to me, listen to my manifestos and what I want to do when I get to the when I get elected as president, and then eventually cast their vote for me. And then the responses was very shocking. And I would speak to some people and they'll tell you, oh, well, I like your manifesto, but I believe that you can do things. We've seen what you've done with some organizations, but then you're female. I mean, that was shocking to me. So yeah, it was something that was inherent even in society, that is perceived to be educated. So yeah, I began to start talking about this thing, that women and men are the same, and we want an equal society, so we should be able to believe in the power of the women. Like I rightly said, I'm very much passionate about quality education, because I believe that education is a very important gift that we can give to a child. And then it is a great pedestal that we can put them in. It is a way for them to find themselves. When you are able to give a child education, that is you unlocking their potential and also pushing them to find whatever opportunities that they can find in the society. So I'm quite passionate, and I really want every child to be able to access quality education. That is the least that we can do to them. And this story, my passion for quality education do not just stem from what I'm seeing in the society. It also stems from the story of my mother. I mean, I could remember one day she was talking to us about how she was denied quality education as a child because she was made to live with her aunt at a very young age. Instead of allowing her go to school, the aunt would tell her to dress for her children, cook for the family, and take our own children to school. And then my mom was, she was just a child, and there was nothing she could do. And this auntie was denying her the basic quality education. And then there was a day that our mother herself, which happens to be our aunt sister, got to know that her child, that is my mother, wasn't going to school. And she got infuriated, came to the house, took her away, and then enrolled her in school. And my mother kept, she likes telling that story, because if her mother did not realize that was what was happening to her, I mean, she would not be able to be where she is at the moment. And she always talk about education, 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 which is very important. And that is what we need to give every child in the world. I also talk about my passion for gender equality. I want to see a Nigeria where the Hassel Rock, which happens to be the place the president lives, is occupied by a female president. I want to see, our House of Assembly. I want women to be able to come out in the society to say, I want to run for president. I want to run for governor. I want to run for the, parliamentary. And people are not going to question them based on their gender. They're going to start questioning them based on their qualification and what they have to give to the society. So that is the kind of society I want. And I'm passionate about seeing women and girls have equal opportunities. Also, I'm very much passionate about art. I believe that art is in its purest form, can be able to redirect and reshaping the mind of the citizen. Where I come from, we value art, and that was a way of communication in the olden days. Using poetry, which is called Awi in my local language, to talk about the issues in the society. And then there is also in the olden days, the drum, which is called the talking drum, but in my community, when the particular person, which happens to be an affluent person, is doing something wrong in the society, they could use the talking drum as a way to communicate that we see you, we see what you're doing is bad. And then if the person is an omoluabi, which is a person that values morals, would sit back and think about the kind of thing that he or she is doing. So yeah, those are the things I'm passionate about. And yes, I believe that art can be a way for us to reach the sustainable development goals. I'm currently the founder and the project lead of the Black Girls Dream Initiative. It's a non-government organization. I founded and also currently leading. And then we have about more than 200 young people that work with myself and my team. We're a small team of about 8 people, passionate young women-led organization. And what we have done for the past 2 years is to go to secondary schools in Nigeria to teach them the basic communication skills. We believe that debating, public speaking is a way for us to transform education and also for us to be able to instill self-confidence and some basic soft skills in teenagers. And we've done this for the past 2 years. And then currently we have been to about 40 secondary schools, and we've been able to reach more than 1,200 students by teaching them the basic skill of public speaking and debating. And this has been able to, transform education for them. We want them to see that education is beyond the 4 walls of the classroom. And also it has also been able to prepare them for the world outside, because basically the world is moving from just the 4 walls of the classroom. We have to be ready for the future of works. And this is what we are doing for these young teenagers. And very much importantly, we've been able to record so many successes. And of recent, we received a call from one of the parents telling us that the winner for the last year's schools debate competition went to represent the states in a national competition, and she's also proceeding to the international level. So these are very great, amazing things that we've been able to record from this, the debate competition, the training and the competition that we do for them. So the way we do it is that it's a 2-phased project. We train them very well for a period of 2 weeks. We go to their schools, train them in the heart of public speaking, in the heart of debating, critical thinking, and most importantly, research. We train them there. Then after we are done with that, we then proceed to the second round, which is the competition, where they come together to debate on topics that are very important in the society. We've been able to work around topics relating to development, to national development, to the sustainable development goals. So yes, if people would want to support our work, the Black Girls Dream Initiative is open for sponsorship, for partnership. We are ready to take it many steps ahead, and we want people to be able to support the work that we do in transforming education in Nigeria, and also in promoting the SDG 5, which is gender equality. We've also worked on female genital mutilation by using the multimedia platforms to talk about the use of female genital mutilation in our society. And then we've been to rural areas to talk to them, had conversations with traditional leaders, and they pledged their support in ending female genital mutilation. So yes, the work that I do as the founder and the project lead of the Black Girls Dream Initiative can be supported by sponsorship and partnership. We would love to work with people from around the world that want to support the work that we do. And also as a poet, I have a collection of book, which is titled A Woman Has Many Names. A Woman Has Many Names is available to buy. It is a collection of poetry with over 107 poems. It talks about so many things about women, about the society. So we are available at www.theblackgirlsdream.org. And also we are very active on Instagram at the Black Girls Dream. Also on LinkedIn, the Black Girls Dream Initiative, and also on Facebook, the Black Girls Dream Initiative.